there are colleagues within the party who were ministers before. Some of them have been around for a while. It is my hope that they will continue to be a source of inspiration to me. It is my hope that they will assist me. And I also know some of the colleagues, such as Julius Malema. He has already offered to assist us in Parliament because we are new. We consider ourselves, the MK party, as the official opposition in the country because the opposition party, the Democratic Alliance, is now part of the government of national unity. So we consider ourselves as the official opposition in this country, and we are going to work very closely with other progressive parties in the opposition. I have in mind the EFF, I have in mind the ATM, and other progressive parties. We stand for the issue of land in this country, and we're not apologetic about it. We want each and every South African, black or white, to have access to land. Land in this country, we all know the history of land. We know how it was acquired. There is a historical context to it. We are not apologetic. We are also not apologetic in our call for the law to be Africanized. By that we mean we bring back the laws that used to govern the African people. And one of those laws is this: the land in Africa can never be the subject of private ownership. The land belongs to the nation. It belongs to the nation. It doesn't form part of private ownership. The other thing, we have come here to come and work. We have been elected. We will do our best to stay above petty politics. We're not here to be petty. We're here to work because we have been elected by the people of this country. We consider that to be our role. And we are going to engage in a very robust debate, but in a respectful manner. Right? But please make no mistake, we are not going to allow ourselves to be bullied by anyone. We know our rights, we are adults, we know why we're here. But we are going to be polite and courteous to colleagues, but firm on the issues that we stand for. Is that it? I think I've covered anything. Right. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Right. We will take one or two questions. Don't ask me what did I have for breakfast in the morning. Sure.
Good day, Aisha Ismail from ENCA. I'd like to know whether you are still going to pursue legal avenues in order, because you are not accepting the outcome of the 2024 election. Are you still pursuing the legal avenues?
Thank you very much. That's a good question. The fact that we're participating in the National Assembly should not be construed as an indication that we have now abandoned the legal elections. We are convinced that these elections were rigged. That is our case, and the case has been taken to appropriate forums. Thank you. Any other question?
Lindsay Dentinger, Eyewitness News. On the matter of legal challenges, you yourself had a personal legal challenge against your impeachment by the former parliament. Does that still continue? And did you ever think that you would find yourself as an MP after being a judge president?
Well, I fail to see the relevance of the question, but I will deal with it. I'm here now in Parliament to serve the people of this country. The decision to impeach me was a political decision. There was no law in it. So I'm here as a politician to join other politicians head on. Thank you.
Dr. Shote, on Thursday, Parliament scheduled to designate as members to the JSC. Should we expect to see your name in the MK? Will you be putting your name forward to the MK for the JSC?
Well, we have not met. I think it would be premature of me to make that suggestion. I obviously have expertise. I've been a judge in this country for 29 years, so I know the system in and out. But if there are people who are suitably qualified or who are willing to go, they will be deployed. At this point in time, it is premature to ask me that question. We have not said and we have not decided. We haven't deployed anyone. There are so many areas where I could serve. There are many committees where I could serve in this country, including the Justice Portfolio Committee, Security Cluster. There are so many committees where I could be of assistance. Please, a gentleman, go ahead.
Dr. Prophet Jason from Disney 4. You spoke of the ANC changing over the last 5 years. Can I get your views on the government of national unity, which the MK party is also not part of? Just that marriage between the ANC and the DA, which we have already seen even problems arise in days after it was signed. Just your view on that, please. Thank you.
Look, I don't want to speak out of turn, but everybody is aware of the teething problems facing the government of national unity. And this comes as no surprise because this is completely different parties which have different values. And then all of a sudden, they have now to work under the same roof because the ANC did not get the majority to govern the country. And like all coalition parties, there are going to be problems because the parties are not for example, the DA has its own policies which are fundamentally opposed to those of the ANC. Now, I don't know how they are going to work. They know better than I. We are not part of the government of national unity. I consider my role to be that of working with other progressive parties, such as the EFF, as I have said, such as the ATM, and any other progressive parties which have a common goal that we share, a common vision with.
Durban Car recently met this newsletter. I see you've touched on the land issue, not on the nationalizing of mines and things. And then the EFF will be putting forward again a impeachment regarding the proposal of the Palapala issue, where we support that. And I see that they call it the government of national unity. Do you think it's a government of national uncertainty? And do you think that is why you have not been part of it?
Well, I don't want to ridicule colleagues, but let me go back to your first question. Clearly, we believe that the key sectors of the economy must be transformed. Right? This includes mines, this includes agriculture, and other sectors of the community. We haven't seen much transformation in 30 years in this country. So it's not just land where significant changes must take place, but also key sectors of the economy must be transformed, so that everybody else would benefit from that. Now, in terms of the government of national unity, would you like to repeat your question?
Yeah.
That will give it.
Do you see it as a government of national uncertainty?
Yes. Well, there's going to be uncertainty. I think, in fairness to them, we are bound to have teething problems, right? But clearly, there is going to be uncertainty more than unity, it seems to me. There is going to be more uncertainty than unity, it seems to me, with certain parties demanding cabinet positions. And we are out of it. We're not here for positions. We're not here for power. We as the MK are here to serve poor people in this country, ranging from black or white. But it's obviously largely poor people are in the black communities by and large, but they are not confined to black communities. We are here to serve those people, along with other progressive parties.
And the issue of the impeachment that the EFF is talking about?
We haven't taken not taken a position as a party. I don't want to speak out of turn. I want to be very careful and not speak out of 10, right? But it's an issue which remains on the agenda as far as other parties are concerned, and it's a serious issue. And quite frankly, the president got away with it. He has been getting away with it.
Thanks. I think we're done. It's actually interesting to see that you guys are very coy with your questions today. But thank you, ENCA, because I need to call you out that our press briefing the last time, you never had your sleeve on your mic. But today you have. Is there anything else that you guys want to say or ask? Because we're done.
Point of clarity, Dr. Shtoki, are you calling for the abolition of private land ownership?
We are calling for reinstatement of African law, Africanizing the law, according to which the land does not become the subject of private ownership. That answers you so clear. And we're not alone in that regard. Look at the UK. The land in England, the land belongs to the Queen. Everybody else has a 99-year lease. Yes, they don't even have a constitution for that matter. And there is no suggestion that in England, because the land belongs to the Queen, there's no suggestion that the price of housing has dropped. Yet in Africa, we're told if we do that, the rand is going to drop. We have been fooled for far too long. The land belongs for historical reasons. It has to be addressed. And sweeping it under the carpet is not going to work. No.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Royals. Good afternoon, King and Queens of the land. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, our regular people. Good afternoon, our visiting king and queens. All the people who follow the channel, we call them the royals. Thank you for joining us. Lebogang, good afternoon. Lebogang saying good afternoon, good people. Lebogang, good afternoon to you too as well, and good afternoon to everybody who is joining us today. We're talking about the comparison that we have to take or that we have to learn from the history. What we need to learn from the common history that Black people share across the world. We need to learn from each other, our experiences. The struggle for the land, the struggle for freedom from colonialism and imperialism has not ended. The people who were fighting the Black people for the land are still here to fight Black people for the same thing, for the land that we're talking about. I want to share the common thing about South Africa and Haiti. South Africa and Haiti. Haiti is a country. Haiti is actually a country in the Caribbean island. Haiti is a country in which Black people have been migrated to from Africa. When white people arrived in Haiti, they found some different type of Black people there. The Black people who were staying in Haiti were not as strong. In the 1500s, when the white people, the French, wanted to make slaves out of black people. They went to Haiti on their way to India. Came across Haiti and found that there were people who were staying in that island, in the Caribbean island, which were black people, different types of black people. I think there were 3 tribes of black people who were staying there. And because of the cruelty which slavery had, or which the system at that time had, the people who were found in Haiti, white people thought they are not strong enough to be able to withstand the harsh conditions that white people are going to bring to them. Some of them die early. So they decided to take take people from Africa and send them to Haiti, take black people from Africa and send them to Haiti to become slaves. And because when they landed in Haiti, the lifespan of a black person in Haiti went down to only 6 years. So they had to take more black people from Africa. They had to take more black people from Africa to send them to the Caribbean. They had to take more black people to send them to the Caribbean island, Haiti, in order to keep up with the killings that they were doing in Haiti. Uh, they worked the same way. They tried to create the middle class in those ages, trying to create middle class in the 1500, trying to they rape black people in order to create people who will look a little bit whiter, who are going to supervise the black people, trying to do that in Haiti, project that failed decimally, did not work because the people they gave birth to were absolutely black people, even though they were raping the black women. The black children were born. So the project to create a middle class through the color of the skin has failed in Haiti like it did in South Africa. That's why we're saying we are comparing Haiti and South Africa. What is happening in Haiti? It's actually what has happened. What happened in Haiti, it's exactly what happened in South Africa. What is currently happening in Haiti, it's exactly what is currently happening in South Africa. So the black people, because of their growing number, people was taken to slavery in Haiti in the 1500. And for 300 years, black people were in slavery. For just more than 300 years, black people were slaves under the French leadership. Under the French imperialism, black people were enslaved, taken from different parts of Africa, including South Africa, taken to the Caribbean island and becoming slaves. Uh, but in 1804, that is when the revolution happened. The revolution in Haiti happened in 1804, when the first black nation to defeat white people happened. The first war which white people were defeated happened. It happened in Haiti, where the Haitians have defeated the French army and took their freedom. They took their freedom after a war. after winning a war with France, Haiti took their freedom. And the way it happened is people were more reliant on their spirituality, on their ancestors, to liberate them from the chains of slavery. By then, slavery, colonialism, racism, apartheid, everything mixed in one thing. uh, on those people, oppression, physical oppression, beatings that the slaves were suffering. For 300 years, it happened like that until 1804 when black people revolted and defeated the French people. When they defeated the French people, the leader of the revolution was killed 2 years later. I don't want to bore you with names of characters, but the leader of the revolution in Haiti was killed 2 years later. It was never. It was very short-lived. The victory of black people was very short-lived. The Americans came back to defeat the Asians in 1825 to implement a new constitution, taking over from France. But when they took over from France, the Americans, the French wanted the Asians to pay tax, to pay for defeating the French people, to pay for liberating themselves from slavery from the French people. 600,000 people, black people, were killed uh, during the Asian War of liberating the slaves. The Haiti was the only country where black people were free. Black people were not slaves. Haiti was the only country in the 1800s where black people were not slaves. After 1818 until 1825, when the American came back and took over from the French imperialism and the French slavery, Haiti continued to pay the money uh, that French wanted in gold for 150 years, 152 years. They actually finished the debt in 1945. For 142 years, Haiti was paying reparations. You know, when we say black people must get reparations, it's not like it's for the first time such a call is made. Africans have already paid reparations. Even now, Africans are paying reparations. What is happening in Kenya there, where the state orders an increase in staple, in VAT, in tax, personal tax, in VAT. They order 60% increase, uh, taxing things like bread. Uh, it's actually black people being taxed for living. Black people being taxed for living. Black people uh, are paying tax for being alive. And the tax goes to the imperialist, the tax goes to the VAT. It's basically exactly what black people have been paying for since in the 1800s, when black people were even taxed for owning a bicycle. Black people were taxed for owning a chicken. Just for existing, even for a cat, black people were taxed in South Africa. And across the world, black people were taxed by government, which was the government of white people, by white people. The tax issue continuing even today. But I also want to speak about the more serious comparison between Haiti and South Africa. There's a certain mineral which is only found between the two countries. There's a certain mineral called iridium. Iridium is a mineral which is only it's a terrestrial not a terrestrial substance. It's an extraterrestrial substance which is only found in South Africa and Haiti. When we talk about extraterrestrial substance, we talk about material which have not formed by the material coming from planet Earth. It was formed from another planet but teleported to planet Earth. So iridium is one of those elements which are only found in South Africa and Haiti. Hey, South Africa is the largest producer of iridium. 1 kilogram of iridium, 1 kilogram of iridium is equivalent to $45 billion. The price of 1 kilogram, one ton of 1,000 kilograms of iridium, or 1 ton of iridium, the price is 45 billion USD. Let me share. I want to share this video so that you can understand what we talking about.
Gets rid of the first democratically elected president, but then it became easier because of how he finagles for him to bring Bill Clinton to bring Aristide back, but he forced Aristide to not take back the years that he had lost in 3 years. So he was only supposed to do elections. And then Aristide was re-elected 5 years later. When he was re-elected, his son finished the job, Bush the second. It's just like right now.
Okay, but come back to the building of that embassy.
Okay, so in 2004, the European tribes came back to Haiti as proprietor and landowner, and they built the largest U.S. embassy in the Western Hemisphere in Haiti, and it is the 4th largest U.S. embassy in the world. While they're telling you we have no resources, they are building themselves a footprint that's bigger than all their other embassies, except for three.
And what's the relevance of that?
They need the place to store all they are acquiring.
All the plundering.
In different part of Haiti right now, while people are sleeping or doing their own business, they are digging. What they dig, they take with the soil, with them. And when they leave, they just leave the hole wide open. In the northern part of the country, where companies goes to mine gold, when they take the gold out, they don't do anything with the soil to assist the people that are living there. So the resources that we have on the lands are being excavated and taken into cars and leaving at night.
And beyond gold now, there are other resources that are critically important.
Oil. Haitian geologist says that Haiti's oil is bigger than Venezuela's oil, which has the biggest cachet. They say that Haiti's oil is a swimming pool to Venezuela's cup of water. Haiti, also, you have to understand how does oil come? Haiti is on 4 tectonic plates making that oil. It's on the Caribbean basin, the North American tectonic plate, the South American tectonic plate, and the Atlantic tectonic plate. Massive oil, because what's the same thing with the Middle East, okay? But another thing, Haiti has an extraterrestrial material that is found nowhere else in the world except South Africa, and it's the purest in Haiti. 65 million years ago, an asteroid landed in this space. We have an asteroid mountain in different places. We have mountains, they're made of asteroid. They use this asteroid because it's the remain of this asteroid that is so heat resistant that they use for spacecrafts. They have been, Professor Henry Vixamar of Haiti says 1 ton of Haiti's iridium.
Iridium. I wanted to get to
Iridium
that. Yeah.
is worth $45 billion. We have mountains of it. So what the UN occupation is that they put soldiers and private military contractors in UN uniforms. They're everywhere in Haiti, digging out the mountains. You can
And
go
they're
to Haiti,
marking.
and yes,
Marking
you
the
can you can
mountains.
see. Like I was in Haiti one time and I saw 12 UN trucks with these dirt, black dirt, just going through. I'm like, so they literally, since 1986, with the fall of Duvalier, the U.S. military has been taking out Haiti's iridium. But in addition to, they say we have 20 billion worth of gold, 8 billion worth of copper, 120 billion worth of oil, and this iridium, we have mountains of it. The United States is in Haiti because of its economic and strategic interests. We are also between Cuba and Venezuela. We're right in the middle, and strategically, they want that space. So right now, they have us as a military base.
Tariq, in doing your movie, your 1804, again spending time there, doing extensive research. Did you come upon this kind of information of why the greatest Western power, the greatest power in the world, was so hell bent on having its footprint and armored hold on this nation?
Yeah, I was learning that when I was down there. As a matter of fact, when I was down there, people were like, hey, that land over there, Bill Gates owned that. I was shocked to learn how all these people, these wealthy people, are getting land over there. And over here in the Western media, we're told that, you know, everybody's in poverty, there's nothing over there.
Yeah.
And people are getting a foothold over there for a reason, and this is the reason. They're getting the resources now.
Yeah. You know, I remember hearing one of the New York shock jocks saying one time, when Marion Barry was reelected in Washington, D.C., in the most insulting manner, saying that Washington, D.C. is at risk of becoming the new Haiti, as if Haiti was the worst place on earth and its people were the most savage on the planet. Your response?
Haiti is a beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Once you go in, you fall in love, you never want to leave. So if anybody hasn't visited Haiti, despite what you see the corporate media put out, I say go ahead and go visit. The sites are beautiful. Is there poverty? Yes, we have poverty right here in Washington, D.C., in Baltimore City, and anywhere across America. Do people get killed? We have crimes everywhere around the world. They are goods and they are bad. But the government system that is being placed in Haiti has not been able to do for its population because of the power to be. The power to be don't want to help people. They don't want to assist with education. They don't want to put hospital for the people to be treated. They don't want to do job creation so young people can stay in Haiti and develop Haiti. If we develop Haiti and Haitians have the capacity to be in their own land, they will not be able to steal our resources. But if they deprive us of quality education, if they deprive us of good job training, then we have nothing but to do is to leave to go get it elsewhere. As we are leaving our land to them to make it easy to purchase.
But
and
Professor Cornel West.
I just want to go back.
No, I need to say.
That is the strategy that they use. That is the strategy that the Europeans are using to capture the land. They create a war, they come and create a war. But what I wanted us to talk about is actually the iridium, which is found in South Africa and Haiti, the only two countries which has this kind of element. This element is used in space exploration. It's used in manufacturing of airplanes engines, and also in manufacturing of high resistant, high heat resistance engines, machines. This iridium is used it's an extraterrestrial substance. It has been teleported by our grandfathers and grandmothers or our ancestors into South Africa, here in Pumalanga, in Evander. That material exists, teleported from outside planet Earth. The price for that material is $45 million per kilogram. Per kilogram of that material is 45 million dollars. So in South Africa from 2018 to 2022, I was checking the records in South Africa. They have mined. Were able to mine 6.6 material, 6.6 tons, 6.6 tons of iridium. When I make my calculations, 6.6 tons of iridium gives us an amount over 5 trillion rands. 5 trillion rands from 2018, from 2018 to 2022. 5 trillion rands that have been taken out of South Africa without paying tax from mining. How can white people give up the land? When the Haitians were fighting for their land and for their liberation, they were sellouts. They were slaves who were refusing to be liberated, who were saying, leave us alone with our France, because now you are causing trouble for us. France will kill us the way you are behaving. Exactly how the slaves are behaving even today. We still have sellouts in South Africa. Haiti's last election, the previous elections, they had more than 100 political parties participating in the election. South Africa as well, today, more than 150 parties participating in the elections. The ANC and the DA did not win the elections, but because the white people who are taking trillions out of the land, trillions, I'm just talking about South Africa is the only country in the planet which has got all the material which they used in the manufacturing of the atomic bombs. South Africa is the only country in the planet which has all the minerals or material or substances that they are using to manufacture nuclear reactors or nuclear energy. So South Africa has the potential, has the ability to create nuclear electricity, nuclear energy in South Africa, very clean, no coal. Nuclear is in abundance in South Africa. Every material that you need to create the nuclear bombs that these countries are using to fight this war is available in South Africa. Iridium alone in the past 3 years or 4 years, iridium alone, which has been taken out of South Africa, is equivalent to 5.5 trillion rands, which has been taken out. Even if they left just 1 trillion, even if they left just 1 trillion rands, the government would still be spending that money for services in Pumalanga. People in Pumalanga don't have water. People in Pumalanga uh, don't have basic services. They don't have toilets. They don't have just basic services. But Mpumalanga has got substance that has been teleported by their ancestors who teleported the rock called rhodium to planet Earth from other planets. Iridium is an element which is only found in South Africa and Haiti. It's an extraterrestrial substance. When you talk about extraterrestrial substance, we mean it has not been formed by material which can be found in planet Earth. It has been formed by material outside planet Earth. So it was only teleported to planet Earth by our ancestors. It has been put here in Malanga. The value of that material per gram, it's per kilogram uh, of material is $45 million per kilogram. How many universities can you build using that money? That money is being taken out of South Africa by white people and the white system. That's why they won't be able to give up South Africa to the MK party or to black people. They won't be able to do that because the amount of money, the amount of minerals which they are taking without being even being noticed in South Africa. South African following soccer, South African following politics, instead of following the economy or following where the money is going. People don't know how much money is being taken out by the imperialists and those who have came to our land to make us slaves. Uh, my name is Mngoni Mkonto. This is the Royal Opinion. Click the like button and subscribe if you have not. Today we are talking about Haiti and South Africa. Again, a little bit of Kenya, where the protesters or the young people came out against the government there. Coming out in Kenya against the government, but black people did not win anything. The imperialist is united across the world. Is the same actor across the world, but black people across the world are divided, are still divided, while the people who are making them slaves are united against them. But black people themselves remains divided against the people who are making them slaves across the world. Black people still don't communicate about their suffering to each other. They don't communicate about their history to each other. They don't want to share common history with each other. So that's why history will keep on repeating itself. What happened in Haiti is happening here today in South Africa. The same strategy that the white people used in Haiti, the same attitude that the black people had in 1804 in Haiti is the same attitude that has risen in South Africa now to rise against the government, to take over the land and its resources. But the imperialist will not just give up, because the only language he understands is that of guns, because he uses guns. That's the only language he understands. And unfortunately, black people don't have those equipments or those material. But that is the only language that he understands. If you want to talk to him kindly, he's never going to listen. So in South Africa, we've reached that stage where black people have to decide either to free themselves or allow themselves to continue to be enslaved by the white system. I want to thank everybody for joining, who has been joining us. I hope this material you're going to enjoy. Thank you very much and have a good time.